Welcome back to Good Moms Bad Choices. I'm Erica.
And I'm Milah.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Happy Hump Day.
Happy hump day.
Oh my God, it's the end of the year.
Is this the last hump of the year?
This is the last hump of the year.
It's been quite a hump, hasn't it?
It's been humping.
It's been humpy.
Yeah.
Up and down.
It has, but I've loved it. And wow, I mean, we made it. Nigga, we made it.
Nigga, we made it. We did. We did a lot of good things this year, so.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was really, jolly. The children. The one child was happy. So I was semi-organized this year. I shopped one day before Christmas, and I got her stuff, but I almost wrapped it all, and then I got
lost
high.
the tape. I saw on
lost
Instagram.
Yeah,
I was really rooting for you. I was like, she's gonna find that shit in the morning.
Still haven't found the tape. It was 2 rolls.
It's got to be under the couch.
I looked. But yeah, it was good. I went to my baby daddy's family's house, and it's jolly.
It's jolly. Yeah, same. I went to my mom's. Ari got everything she could have wanted. I was really happy that she was really ecstatic about Poppets, because although I don't really understand Poppets, I mean, I know it's like a sensory toy, but it was more so that she's still 6, because sometimes I look at her and like, I'm like, so you need to relax. And the fact that she was excited about Poppets was like, okay, you're 6. Whew.
You're still 6. Yeah.
And also I'm happy to confirm, or I don't even know if I'm happy to confirm this, but she still believes in Santa, because I wasn't sure. But she's still believing in Santa. But then I also feel really bad because I'm lying to her. And like everyone is perpetuating this lie about Santa. And it's kind of fucked up.
It's a little strange.
Like it goes to the point where like last year my dad had some strange man call her and act like Santa. And I was like, that's weird. Like an older man is calling my young child to lie to her. Like what are we telling our kids? I don't know.
I think that's a mystical fairy tale.
But then I was like, stop being fucking like the Grinch, Erica, and just get in line.
Luna still believes in Santa Claus, so
that's great.
Yeah, it's magical.
I know. That's why I was like, it's magical, but also it's
I think there's some weird underlying weird tale about actual Santa Claus.
I think there's always one.
Yeah,
there's always one, literally.
It's true. I don't think I ever believed in Santa Claus, so I'm like enjoying watching her believe it.
I definitely did. I did. But other than that, I'm good. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for next month, you guys. The retreat is coming up. We're going to Costa Rica, and it's becoming real.
I know. I'm like, we're almost there. I just keep dreaming about it in my head. Like, I'm going to be in Costa Rica with my shoes off, and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. And, I'm just excited to meet all of you guys that are joining us out there in the tropics on the Caribbean side of the jungles of Costa Rica. It's just going to be so amazing. The place we're staying at is beautiful. I'm just so grateful we have that space and it's ours.
I know. I'm so grateful to just take over the entire space and just do whatever we want and chill and relax and have fun and connect, and just really span out over the whole space.
I know. And we have we have Sylvia who's going to be joining us doing natal chart readings and doing an off-site excursion. We have Nurse Mo, who I know some of you guys are literally coming to the retreat for and are so excited to have her full day experience. I just can't wait. And also, you guys, we actually opened up one extra spot for week 2. Everyone decided they wanted to come to week 2.
I know.
And we keep getting hit up like, can you just do 1 more spot, 2 more spots? I was like, I don't know if we can do it, but we figured it out.
And there's 1 more spot for week 2. So that's exciting. And I think only
two more spots for week 1. So if you need a reason to reset, I mean, we think we all need a reason to reset and recharge in January, the beginning of the year. This is it. This is the reset. This is the recharge to set up your year to be just exactly how you want it. I feel like we all just need to relax. We need to connect.
And kind of embark on the ultimate manifestation, with a bunch of witchy women harnessing their power and really tapping into the space and the environment and to each other and visualizing what you want for the year. I think that's what I'm most excited.
The group manifestation.
Setting the tone for my year because, I was just thinking about this past year. and like what a whirlwind, and like how we started and how it started out and then how it ended, and just like, it seems like a year is such a long time, but in hindsight
it's so quick.
It's so fast.
So quick. So if you guys are interested in joining us, come through. Go to goodmomsbadchoices.com and click retreats to get all the info. And
it's not too late. Come hang out with us.
It's not too late. Come.
Spirits are calling. Come to Costa Rica, darling.
You've manifested this trip. I know you've been talking about a trip all year. This is the one. This is it.
Yeah, this is it. Take a chance and come get witchy in the jungle with us.
This week's episode is kind of different. We've never done one like this, and I'm actually kind of like really excited to get into it, because I think sometimes, this is year 4 we're coming up on Good Moms, Bad Choices. And sometimes we just are always doing episodes every single week that we often don't ever go back and like revisit like previous guests, previous conversations. And I think this is going to be really interesting to see also like where we were at the beginning of this year versus kind of like where we're at right now. So let's get into it. This week we are...
But first...
What?
We have to do our tarot.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad.
It's tarot time.
My bad. Let's set the tone.
We actually got a new deck. I'm so excited. We got gifted for Christmas the Mahogany Tarot deck by Kashira Hicks. She's a part of our tribe. She's a Good Moms Tribe member. And it's really dope because it's the traditional Wade, like... deck with all the traditional art, except they're black and brown people.
I saw that and I appreciate that, because some of these other new age decks are confusing the shit out of me. I'm like, what is this new artwork?
Yeah, I guess it can get really intricate, but like
I already don't understand this artwork. Like, you're gonna make some whole new shit.
Yeah, I appreciate it, because I think if you learn this original deck, then it's easy to kind of go out and venture into other more intricate, less obvious decks. Anyway, today Erica pulled a card, and today's card is the Ten of Swords. It looks kind of intense, but it was reversed. And like, there's 10 swords in a man's back, which is pretty intense, but reversed, it kind of looks like those swords are being lifted up, right?
So yeah, reversed, you guys, if you guys don't know anything about tarot, it means when you pull the card and it's upside down.
It usually has a different meaning than if it was right side up. Also, the swords are generally represent the intellect, your mind, like your thoughts. It's pretty analytical. So let's read what Biddy has to say. The Ten of Swords shows, we already discussed that he's lying down with 10 swords in his back. It marks a painful yet inevitable ending. But reversed, it means, hold on. The Ten of Swords reverse indicates that you are combating an inevitable change or ending because you are not ready to face up to what is happening. However, the more you resist, the more the situation will continue to drag you. So it's time to rip off the bandage, however painful that might be, and get this over with so you can start fresh. Trust that everything is happening for a reason, and even though it may be difficult to understand what you're going through, know it is leading to your personal growth and regeneration in the long term. It also may represent an old situation that ended badly. You are still carrying around wounds from it, but have buried them so deeply that you do not realize they are still present and hurting you. These old pains need to be dealt with once and for all. It may be difficult to delve back in, but it's the only way to release yourself of this pain and allow to pass from your life. Okay, deep December, coming with the deep cards at the end.
Deep December, talking about let that shit go. Let it go for the new year. Rip it off and face it.
Let That Shit Go was last year's manifestation.
It was.
We had I don't know if you guys have checked it out. We usually do end of the year manifestation or beginning of the year
guided
meditation. And last year's theme was Let That Shit Go. So it's funny that we're riding back into the year.
I need to go back and listen to that meditation. Yeah, that was a good one. We also did one for the kids too. Our girl Naja did a meditation for the kids, because the kids got to start meditating early too.
We're going to have a meditation this year by Trap Yoga Bay, and we're going to have another one for the kids.
With Naja.
Yeah, so keep your ears out for that. It was really good last year.
It was.
And a bitch could use all the meditations possible. Give me last year's, give me this year's.
All of them. In one day.
Every day. It's so funny. So we were like Going through our clips from all year, I was just like really reflecting on last year and where we were at the end of the year. And I had a really difficult year. And then I went to Mexico for Christmas and to bring in the new year. And we had the most epic, amazing time. And we went with like a huge group of friends. And it was just like literally magical. And it, like, I really went into the year like as like such a magical fairy. I really felt that energy. I was like, I am magical. This is great. And like I was in love. I was like all in love with OnlyFans Bay, aka Orlando from Hard or Soft. And he was really pumping me up because that's what he does. And like we saw DJ A-Track.
Yeah, we saw A-Track at the top of this hotel with the fireworks. It was like the first time we had been like around people since COVID in like a social dancing situation.
Oh yeah,
we
everybody
could
was
not
so scared.
Stop dancing. You would have had to like tranquilize me, like.
And smiling.
The amount of dance moves that actually, you know what, David, we're going to send you a video clip of the dance moves.
No, the dance moves have to go in.
They were slow motion. There was like a lot going on this fucking dance floor because we had been holding it in
for like months and it showed.
And then it was A-Track and I could touch him. I could almost like touch his forehead.
I actually
couldn't believe it. It was like I was at Coachella.
I might have to put that on my
that Lucky Day
grid.
song.
Yes,
that Lucky Day A-Track. Look that shit up. That song changed the whole party.
I'm pretty sure I was like three-way kissing everyone. I had just discovered Milah moans, so I was just moaning and howling at the moon. It was very primitive, and I was feeling very free. It was a really good way to start the year. I had just had that like crazy acid trip on the beach where I had like let out so much energy and like rebirthed myself. And so, yeah, I just like went into 2021 pretty strong.
Yeah, and I think even after we had the dance party, we went down to the beach and we did a lot of howling at the moon and a lot of moaning. And our men were just looking at us from a distance like, wow.
And I'm pretty sure we were also making out and rolling in the sand.
Oh, we were. Yeah. The first and only time me and Milah made out.
No, it was two. It was also on the trip when they got lost.
Oh, but that's the same day.
Oh, no, that was not the same day.
Okay, it was the same trip. Me and Milah decided to make out a lot. But yeah.
I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Make out. Howl at the moon. Moan.
We did it all.
And I'm pretty sure I like threw a kiss like pretty much a lot of people. Shall we? And then we went on a boat with other groups of people, and of course, in perfect Milah fashion, I got naked, and then we talked about it. Should we go back to
so let's play the clip from our January episode where we're talking about our epic New Year's Eve.
Let's go back down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen.
Cue it up.
Because I was trying to like make everyone moan with me, and sometimes Black people are not with like so much touchy-feely shit, especially from New York.
Well, you took your top off, and I was like, no one cares, but some people do. And I was just like, whatever, everyone's just gonna have to just be cool with it, and they were fine.
He's like, you moan and growl and howl and hump. I'm like, I hope you spread the word because this is what they're getting. And he's like, I don't care. One thing about having an OnlyFans Bay. He's with the shits, okay? We're open. He lets me do whatever I want. He doesn't want to put any rules or restrictions on me. And anyone says anything to him, he's like, shut the fuck up. That's Milah, okay? And I'm like, that's my baby. Tell him, boo. I get naked. I be howling and moaning and doing weird shit. So it was just great.
You heard that. It was just great.
It's great.
And I update, he's still letting me howl and moan and get naked, and we still support each other, and I love you. Thank you. I needed that going into the year, and I still need it now. So
amen.
I'm so glad to have a OnlyFans babe / bondship bae who it's like, I had an orgy the other day. It was so great. He's like, in 2022, I don't think I'm going to have single person sex. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I think it's only going to be group settings, threesomes or more.
Oh.
I was like, you're on your own, buddy.
He's busy.
I was like, that's not going to apply to me. I don't have time. But yeah, that was a really, it's funny how a year can start off like energetic, and then like you might meet a man that's a fucking asshole and has all these rules about women, and then drags you down and makes you forget that you are free and wild, and then you go with it because you're in love and the sex is good, and then you look up 6 months later and you've come totally different from where you came in.
No more howling at the moon. And getting naked on boats. Could you imagine getting naked on a boat with that nigga? Oh, Jesus. He would throw you off the boat.
I would have been eaten by a shark.
But thankfully, you and Orlando are still besties, and it came full circle. That situation is over, and now you're back to, you know, feeling empowered in, you know, your toplessness and howlingness, and pray to God that no man will ever come in and infiltrate your sex system and make you feel like you are too much, because you are not.
No man will ever infiltrate this sex system. It's unpenetratable.
The sex system.
Not the sex system. Unpenetratable.
Unpenetratable.
Unpenetrable.
It's
on lockdown.
Okay, yeah, that's
right. So yeah, that was great. And I'm excited to go into the new year on the lookout for niggas not trying to fuck with it.
Well, I just hope that, you know, in this next 2022 year, we get to make another music video, because I feel like that was kind of like another like highlight into the year was our music video debut.
Right. We had done a couple like DIYs on Triller, which I just rediscovered on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, there's a lot of gems on there, including us doing music videos in a variety of locations, like the desert. I
think it was our audition tape for our homegirl Jessica Rose. She asked us to be her video hose in a Cardi B. In a Saweetie Doja Cat remix.
And of course we said we had to say hell yeah,
because, you know, that's my best friend. That's my mom friend. She a real bad bitch.
Let's just play it. You ready? You ready for this shit?
Yeah. And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see all these clips and this epic music video.
That's my mom friend. She can't stand her BD, but she real chill, cause she puff a little tree. Drop the kids off, and you know we gon' drink. Yeah, we twerk and we moms, we don't care what you think. That's my mom friend. She can't stand her BD, but she real chill, cause she puff a little tree. Drop the kids off, and you know we gon' drink. Yeah, we twerk and we moms, we don't care what you think. Yo, my daughter really tests me. Always got an attitude, even when she texts. Banging on my baby daddy, yeah, that man detests me. But if I'm too nice, then he start trying to caress. Said he pulling up on Friday, he a no-show. Good moms twerking, put that thing slow-mo. If your house ain't clean and you can't fit in your jeans, you can be part of the team, that's for show. I got a text from my girl like, just guess what? Oh, you taking him to court? Good, make him pay up. Keep it real, should've filed soon as y'all broke up. And the drinks is on him, so girl, let's pour it up. That's my mom friend. She can't stand her BD, but she real chill, cause she puff a little tree. Drop the kids off, and you know we gon' drink. Yeah, we twerk and we moms, we don't care what you think. That's my mom friend.
Hey. Wow, we really went into the year with a bang. A music video host.
Banger, okay.
Bookings at info@goodmomsbadchoices.com. If you want to book Good Moms for your next video vixen role, we'll be your girls. Just a shameless plug.
You guys got to see that video. Like, seriously, go to YouTube right now.
Till this day, Luda requested when we turned on the regular one. She's like, "Can we see the one with you in it?" I'm like, "Sure thing, baby."
By the way, also, all these episode clips that we're sharing, we're going to put links to the full episode in the episode description. So if you're interested in knowing what the fuck we're talking about, do that.
It's a must.
It's a must, because these are our top favorite ones of the year.
And, you know, also we did a lot of new things. You know, we've upgraded our production. Shout out to David. You know, I was looking at our old stuff. I'm like, wow, these looks have come a long way, but it's really cool to see the evolution and like just how far we've come. This year we introduced actually the tarot card, the tarot segment. We've also introduced the affirmation segment, and we also, introduced having themed months.
Right.
So that's been really fun to kind of just dedicate a whole month to different things. And I don't know, just watching me become basically a tarot queen live and in action, you know.
You are a tarot queen.
Bookings at intuitivetarotmila.com.
What?
I just made it up. I'm gonna have to get the Wix on that later. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm going to share mine?
No, it's fine.
We also did a lot of amazing collabs this year, like amazing collabs. And one of the earlier ones that we did that I really loved was with our girl Jade and Kia from Getting Grown.
I love them.
I really do.
We were on their show too. That episode was really good as well.
Oh, it really was. It was. It's so cool just to we have our friendship, and then to be able to team up with other like besties and like have 4 different dynamics and different personalities is always so interesting. And I think Jade and Kia have like very different dynamics.
They do, yeah.
And and so like all us 4, I think the episode it's called Jesus Loves Heathens Too.
Oh, yeah, Jesus loves oh my God. Yeah, yeah.
Basically that, Jesus also loves the heathens. And I know we got kind of deep on that, and we were just talking about like the Black household and just growing up as little black girls and black women, young women, and being called grown a lot and fast, and just like no matter what kind of family you come from, it's like basically that's what happens no matter what. If you show any like remote, like liking to anything adult, which is inevitable. But this is a little clip from that too. Let's check it out.
I don't care what you think. That's my mom friend.
No, Jessica.
I think we should create space in our homes for kids to explore things and where you can give them context around, is this too adult for you? Perhaps, like, whatever. But, just kind of saying, that's grown, like without really explaining anything. And I wish that my mom would not giving grown such a negative stigma to me as a young person. Because after I got grown, it took me a long time to be comfortable, moving in this grown adult body, because for so long I had been shamed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fast.
Yeah, those are the 2 favorite words in
the Black house, the household of, oh my God, I could pass out just hearing that shit right now. It's literally.
Yeah, I don't pay
I had
anything.
a shot for every time.
Literally. And then I ended up being a little grown ass little teenager because you kept fucking calling me grown. Couldn't wait to get out the house and be grown.
That shit's so true, and I really enjoy having conversations with other black women and like of all different walks of life, and like moms, non-moms, just because I think sometimes initially, like you and like our thought process around like how we raise our children and the honest and transparency is sometimes can be for some abrasive because they're not used to that. Some people are so used to traditional ways of raising their children that they're like, that my mom, like if you do this, it's that. But sometimes it's just having like conversations with other women. It kind of, that's where the change
and the growth comes, or the change in perspective.
So I enjoyed that conversation.
I did too.
What other good conversations did we have this year?
We had so many. I think that, in March, we really were dedicated to upping our financial literacy. So March was dedicated and called Money March, and we interviewed so many amazing guests. That was like an epic month.
That was an
guests.
epic, yeah.
We had the Budgetnista, Tiffany. We had Earn Your Leisure. We had Loose Warrior, the
Wealth
We
Witch.
Trust. It was really just so insightful, so hopeful, so empowering. I know a lot of you guys went ahead and took Luce's course on stocks, and her story was really interesting too. Her whole income is based in just investing, and she's teaching brown and black people how to feel empowered in that space and take control of their life in that way. So I think that's really cool. And obviously Earn Your Leisure, to see their growth too over the last 1 or 2 years. They're taking over this space and really giving our community so much knowledge that I'm sure we would have never known. There's so many little tips and tricks that they gave us in that month about cryptocurrency, about stocks, about putting your kids on payroll, like just the mindset, like the money deficit mindset, and how to untrain this mindset that we have,
scarcity,
the scarcity mindset. And I think so. Let's just play this clip from Earn Your Leisure. This was a good one. This was about why you should invest in stocks and not crypto, which
it's a hot topic right now.
It's a hot topic now. I'm like, here we go.
for me personally, the question about the cryptocurrency, I wouldn't start out with crypto. I would start out with stocks first, and educate myself, become familiar with stock market, and then venture.
I'm already fucking up. Fuck.
Rashad,
I'm calling you after this call. You're my new financial advisor, whether you like it or not. I still feel like I have so much to learn, and I'm like, I didn't even put that much money down because I was scared.
Like I feel like if every cryptocurrency went away today, the world wouldn't change, right? It's still a new technology. There's issues with different platforms. There's a lot of different stuff. Whereas stocks, it's like if the stock market went away, then the world would probably crash. So, if Apple falls apart, it's ripples all across the world. So I would say to invest in the stock market first because A, it's been around a lot longer. It's a lot less riskier. It's way more tangible as far as you're actually investing in solid companies that, have revenue, have employees, have operations, have systems in place where a lot of cryptos don't have any of that.
One of the big takeaways from that conversation too was for me was investing in stocks that you have in your home, like things that you actually use right now, not trying to get too crazy and invest in these companies you've never heard of. You have no idea what the fuck they're doing over there. Like investing in Netflix, investing in just the things you see around your home that you can do. So I don't know. I feel like Earn Your Leisure, they're really changing the game, and they're really, really impacting the community. I'm so happy that we got them on the show.
I know that was a really, really good episode, and I'd like to share that Erica and I, 8 months after that episode, we got an accountant.
We did.
We are working on our finances together as a couple, as a business.
Platonic couple.
Thank you, babe.
I am so proud of us for doing that. Wow, I feel very mature.
I feel so mature for filing taxes and shit. And I feel empowered little by little. So I'm excited for that. So it worked. I also want to share that if you're just joining us, a lot of the shit that we discuss, a lot of the guests that we bring on, a lot of the themes of the months are things that we're going through, things that we're growing through, things that we're struggling with, and just hoping that somewhere in our community at some point someone can benefit from the information because it is evergreen, and I'm sure at some point we're going to have to go back to it and revisit it because, life, it keeps on lifing.
Show do.
So I'm just it's so nice to go back and touch on all these gems. We, as we worked on money, obviously, we also have to work on our personal growth, which is obviously always happening for us. And after Money March, what was April?
Didn't we have a clip from Luce? No?
Oh, we do have a clip from Luce. It's about... Okay, let's go back to March.
Yeah,
let's do more about the money because
money
matters.
Because I don't want to skip Luce because she's epic.
She is epic.
She really is epic. She is a witch, first of all.
She came to us in an epic same-day fashion. She agreed, and we did it within 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, today you're available? Okay, let's do it. And it was just we had been looking for a wealth witch for weeks.
Yeah, someone that was tapped into the spirituality of how to feel more empowered in this money space and how to manifest money as well. So Luce was that. And I'm not sure... we talked about so many things. We talked about the red tent. We talked about...
She gave us
she gave us
impromptu
a
reading.
Yeah.
But she did talk about what we talked about, just the scarcity mindset. And she talked about victimhood when it comes to money. And that we let's just listen to it.
So, what do you think about our tarot card pool, the Ten of Swords? Do you have any input?
Oh my God, it was a Ten of Swords.
I do. I think it's a really powerful card for so many reasons. The reason that stood out the most to me was how it talked about being in victimhood. And a lot of the times coming from a scarcity mindset, a person of color, we are constantly in victimhood when it comes to money. And so shifting your money mentality and really being able to generate wealth requires for us to let go of that victimhood mentality. But how do we do that if we were born into a system that literally taught us to constantly be in victim mentality, most especially when it comes to money? As you start to move closer to your finances and generating wealth, you're going to be able to identify that you betray yourself constantly with these limiting beliefs that we perpetuate. So to me, the card is perfect, and it's very truthful, matter of fact, in the way we should be looking at money, but also incorporating our own personal shadows and where we are in this moment in time, most especially spiritually.
Wow, but today we got it reversed.
That's crazy that we got pulled that same card.
I know, and then that just happens to be the clip.
That episode's so good. We did a 2-part of that one, so make sure you guys, literally, you have to check out that one. That's one of my favorite episodes of the year.
Oh, wow. Our witchy shit really just be given and given every day.
So then we moved on to April.
Okay, April.
And what was the theme? I was Wellness April.
Wellness. Wow, the most simple shit.
Wellness April.
We didn't get very clever that month.
Kept it simple. So Devi is a friend of mine, and she is the Chief Impact Officer at Chopra Global, so Deepak Chopra, and she leads so many of his retreats. She's actually on the app as well, doing guided meditations, and she's just an overall just like high vibrational human. Like, I don't even know how to describe her. And so she came on the show, and we talked about healing your inner child and just ways that you can do that, and
ways that you can avoid doing that and how detrimental it is. And here's a clip of her talking about all the ways we avoid ourselves.
You know, I think we get through life without realizing all the tools of avoidance we have for ourselves. Like, we avoid ourselves with a packed schedule. We avoid ourselves with friendships, with fun, with perceived happiness. Like, we can turn anything into a tool of avoidance.
Ooh,
you know?
Girl. Easy. Say that shit again.
Anything. And so it's so important to really create those moments where we're just with us. Like, go stare at yourself in the eyes in the mirror with your face 2 inches away from the mirror. Light a candle and do that for a minute and see what happens, you know?
For real.
Like, it's really...
How uncomfortable do you get?
For real.
Yeah.
Eye contact, period, is some shit. It is really some shit, especially with yourself.
Amen. That episode was amazing. We had so many people write in about that episode, and actually Devi also has her own podcast. You should definitely check her out. I think it's called Dropping Gems with Devi Brown. But as we ventured deeper into Wellness April,
wow, it's so crazy how you can like reflect back on a time and like look back into the year and just like looking on yourself now that it's over and like having certain conversations, and just I avoided a lot of shit last year too with like dick. And you know, it's just like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, that shit can roll by so quickly, especially when you're getting fucked.
okay.
Oh my God, it's true. The avoidance, the distractions that we choose. You know, everyone has their thing. Some people go to the gym, you know.
It's so crazy. Me and you were like at totally two different spots. I was like saying I'm like renouncing all penis. I think this was our Dick Talks episode.
And I was like, why are you doing this to me?
Where I was like trying to like encourage the community to go on an abstinence journey with me because I didn't want to go alone, and because that's literally why I do all the things we do on the podcast. It's like, hey, maybe like if everyone else does it, I'll do it. Well, I'll feel more pressure to fucking complete it.
Accountability partners.
Yeah. So this episode was our Dick Talks is greater than detox. Right? Is that what it's called? Dick Talks is greater than detox episode. And
no, I don't think it was. Wow.
And we were just talking about honesty. Is that the episode?
I don't have that one.
Do men have? Oh no, pussy. Oh no, we're talking about.
Well, we're talking
expectation of wanting to be kept forever.
Okay, yeah, that expectation of wanting to be kept forever. I think. Okay, you're right. Sorry. Here.
So then we did a detox episode. This episode is our Dick Talks is greater than detox episode, which was this episode was me basically announcing, I think, the dick talks that I was going on and hoping everyone else would join me, including my friend Jamila, which she was like, fuck that.
I was in a deep dickmatization.
And I think in this clip, we were talking about the expectation of wanting to be kept forever and kind of showing up as yourself early.
Yeah, because I think also I tried to do that and somehow I still got dickmatized and I still was like being challenged to not show up as myself. And I also wanted to be kept, you know, like just loving someone and wanting them to love you too. And as you are, and just like not being able to help that you like to get naked. It's not your fault. It's just how God made you. But anyway, here's the clip.
It's easy to be radically honest when you start in a friend space because I'm not trying to prove shit to you. What did I do last week? Some crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Why? Because you're my friend.
That's it too. It's the like. I think I'm like. I need you to know exactly who I am.
I want you to know. Wait. I want you to know exactly who I am. But it's easier to present myself exactly who I am without first having the expectation that I want you to keep me forever.
Right.
Because when we begin to want to be kept forever and want a relationship and want someone to love us, you start to feel this deep longing for them to accept you. And then you start to even self-reflect about the person that you are and the things that you do and whether they're acceptable, especially for women, as a wife or as a girlfriend. You know what I mean? And it's just like how we see ourselves versus how we see ourselves through someone else's perspective is like those things really need to be like blurred out and cleared out and cleansed, because as long as you're expecting someone to love you and you don't really love and accept yourself, it's going to be fucked up.
Was it fucked up?
It was.
Was it fucked up?
It was fucked up. It was fucked up. Bitch was fucked
I think
up.
you were having a conversation with yourself.
I'm always having a conversation.
I think
with
you
myself.
were literally arguing with yourself in that clip.
I showed up as myself, right?
Like, right? I'm being me, and I love me.
It's not working. I love me. I do love me. You don't love me? I love me. I'll change a little. Yeah, I struggled with that. And you know what? It's just watching just the first half of the year. Like, I came in strong and then literally, like, fell in love with this person who just couldn't accept me as I was at all. You know, and loved parts of me, and I could just see how it, like, the downfall of it all. Like, I could have avoided it, and I didn't, because I just wanted to be loved. And it doesn't work. It never works. It will never work, because you just are who you are. And thankfully, I'm the type of person that can, like, I have to be myself. I can't. I really don't know any other way to be. And so even when I try, and it's just like there's no point in not loving yourself enough to walk away from things that don't love you enough to let you be as you are.
Amen. A bar, bitch.
You know, just spitting real quick.
Dang.
Oh my God, it's true. Even like being in this holiday weekend with my baby daddy, and you know, I love him, but it just literally it dropped me back into 5 years ago. I literally, like, the music was the same. Still listening to only Kanye. I was like, oh my God. And it's just like literally God was just like, when it flashback, bitch, plop. And I just got all these weird feelings of, like, just being sucked of my energy and, like, who I am, and, like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Anyway.
Well, God is saying, hey, 2022, what you gonna do?
Wait, 2022,
what you gonna do? 2022, what you gonna do?
Every time I do some fuck shit, I'm gonna play that in my head. 2022. It's like, what would Jesus do?
True.
But 2022.
I think, like, the next thing was, like, because we're getting into, like, this pussy talks thing, we were, like, talking about whether men go on these type of do these challenges. Do men do any challenges?
They do workout challenges?
They do Instagram challenges? Or is it just only like a woman thing?
Only the pretty ones who do that same pose that I hate. Niggas who do this pose do challenges. You know the pose.
Actually, we know a nigga that does that pose, and I don't think he does challenges. With someone's husband that we know, that we remember we saw.
That was an old picture. That was an old picture.
Okay, well.
You guys, don't do that fucking pose. Okay, here's the clip. But I feel like I feel like a fucking teenager having this conversation. Like, I want to stop having stupid sex, but I will next month. I know that I don't need to have sex, but I will in 3 weeks.
Because I love love and I love attention.
On May 4th.
I'll stop giving my pissy titties.
Maybe I'm 5'5". That's a good number.
5'5" is the day. No, I'm a little embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed, and don't, and like, you know.
Do you think men experience this? Like,
no.
I should be more intentional with my dick.
I don't think men go on dick. Maybe they go on pussy
talks. Well, that's the thing. When I was talking to my friend,
do men go on pussy talks? Do you ever go on pussy talks?
Who knows?
No, men don't go on pussy talks, and my dick talks lasted, I think. When did I go to Mexico? I went to Mexico. I lost my virginity.
I re-lost
it on the last day because I remember it was like we were leaving that last
day of the month.
The last day of the month.
When you snuck away and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, I like dipped off out to Mexico and like told no one
except me, of course.
Except her. I was like lied to everyone. I was like, yeah, I'm up north. She even posted a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge.
I was like, it
was a story. I thought it'd be more believable. I went and searched Golden Gate Bridge stories, then found it, screen recorded it, then posted it. That's how much I needed people to not know where the fuck I was. Wow.
Mostly her mother.
I would never do that again. The growth I've gone. Me as a grown woman not being scared of my mom's judgments. Mom, I am 34.
I'm going to Mexico.
I'm going to Mexico, okay? Yeah, that was a good, I will say that ever since I did that TikToks, it has radically changed my, like, the way I have sex. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last, but so far, like, it's really, I don't have sex a lot anymore. Well, except this week. This week. Yeah, it's changed a lot. But I'm just more intentional. I mean, yes, have I had sex with, like, one or two people that are like, you didn't need to do that? Yeah. But I think before I was more inclined to just, like, have fun sex, but then that fun sex would end up making me feel, like, not great later. So, like, I feel more balanced in my access. And I feel more balanced in the access I give people to my body and how often I want to give and how often I want to have sex, really. I've tapped into my masturbation at a higher, deeper level than ever and been able to, like, really, like, get to levels of, like, pleasure and I think manifesting even outside of my pleasure than I've ever done before, which has been really cool as well. But sex is health.
Sex is health.
I don't advise doing it forever.
Sexual wellness is a word because they go together. Because to be well, you should have some sex, even if it is with yourself.
Amen.
Even though I'm still working on that. Still working on having more sex with myself, even though I have.
You have been doing it. Next is a clip that I didn't think everyone would love so fucking much, but apparently I'm a superstar rapper. So, if you didn't know, in my former life, you guys, I had a music career, okay? I was on the verge of being a rapper, writer on the rise. Not rapper, that's not true. I really wanted to be a writer. And actually, when I was younger, I wanted to be a singer because I loved Erica and Milah. I wanted to be a neo-soul singer. I took singing lessons and everything. Jamil always laughs at my musical career in the past. It's really hurtful.
I'm not laughing.
But whatever. I was actually good. Ask my friends. I used to perform in my high school.
I saw your videos.
And I did talent shows. At Stevie's.
Oh my god, the cutest thing ever.
And R&B Live. If you're from LA, then you know what the fuck
you did R&B Live
multiple times.
That's great.
I know. I'm told you I was legit. Okay.
Well, let's hear. If you can also, can't you look up E and J?
Yeah, you can if you wanted to.
Please look up E and J, her epic duo band.
I had a dance group, like electro hip hop group with my bestie Jared. Shout out to Jared.
They performed it,
and it was called. It was the first E and J because now this is the new E and J
remix.
But my first collab with a J was called E and J, and yeah, it was wonderful. It was actually, we have some good songs. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Some of them are not that good, but
balance,
baby. But anyway, we did a month where we read our diaries live on the pod, And this was kind of inspired because we went to Costa Rica in June. Was it in June?
It was in June. The first time I went to Costa Rica was in June, and we initially went to write our book. And we had previously went through some journals to kind of reflect, to just give us some inspiration for the book, and it just brought up all these childhood memories and all these things that we went through that sounded similar to the shit we go through as adults, but just on an adult scale. And we discovered some of our shit. And here's one of Eric.
I just discovered that I wrote a lot of poetry, and they were kind of like raps. So here we go. Oh, to give context, this was a journal entry about my ex, who I was just tired of him not posting me on Instagram because I felt like, what the fuck? And he was posting other shit, and I felt like it was a real disrespect because he was avoiding the post of me, and I'd been with him for a long time. Drop it. Drop the clip.
He was claiming he loved me still and wanted me back. And I was just so annoyed. I was like, why don't you ever post me on Instagram? And so I wrote this poem to express myself. And it goes a little something like this. January 20th, 2014. It seems petty, but it's not. It makes me feel small, so stop. Am I a secret? Like the thoughts you go to sleep with? We had this talk before. Social media and whores. I know you think it's silly. My friends ask, what's the dealie? So post my picture. Let them know you, my nigga, ain't afraid to show. Post my picture just one time. Let these girls know you are mine.
Bars.
And
That was beautiful, Erica.
Did he post my picture? No.
I post your picture every day.
And he was like,
oh, wow. Still good. Still good. I think it's really beautifully written. It's really clear, exactly what I'm trying to get across.
Melodic.
It rhymed. It flowed. May is dying in the corner.
What's the deal? All my friends want to know. What's the
dilly?
Are
So
you my
post my
nigga?
pictures. Let them know.
You my nigga for sure?
Wow. Yeah.
The gems we drop in the 2000s. Wow. I'm so happy to have this library of content. All of these amazing conversations and gems that we've dropped. If anyone ever tries to check me, I'm like, oh, let me check my files. I have something for this. Including I have PSA announcements. Okay. As I listen to these episodes, I'm like, I've been a doctor, been a philosophist. I am an expert at many things.
You are. You had a PSA, and it was very important.
This is a PSA on co-parenting because everybody knows I've got that figured out.
So we had our girl Zosha Rockmore on, and she's fucking. First of all, Zosha's hilarious.
She really is.
You need to check her out. She's an actress. She's been in Precious. She was on the Mindy Project for years. She's in, what's it called? Black Wall Street.
Black Monday.
Black Monday on, I think that's on HBO or Showtime. Space Jam. She's fucking amazing.
Killing it.
But yeah, let's drop Jamila's PSA announcement.
So I had to tell my girlfriend. She was like very unhappy that she wasn't pre-warned and shit. But I was like, bitch, you got a free babysitter. If she wasn't over there acting like a preschool teacher, you wouldn't get a break. That nigga would be trying to ditch and dodge you every like.
That's true.
Moms, this is a PSA announcement for all moms. If your former baby daddy is dating someone else, who cares how old she is? If the bitch looks like a good babysitter, this is your cue to let that nigga play dad of the week and bounce.
That's so true.
Okay, let that nigga take him. Let him and his 2-year-old girlfriend go to Disneyland, do all that shit, have all the sleepovers, supply popcorn, whatever you got to do. Just back up and let it go easy.
Right.
Do you know what? This PSA announcement is fucking true. And I'm living it right now. Currently, Myri's been with her dad, and he's, doing his, family duties over there, and he has all his kids there, including her. I was like feeling all guilty because I haven't had her for 8 days. I was like, you know what? No, go ahead. You got homegirls there. Make sure my child's fed. Maybe do her hair if you can. Bye.
I know. I think that baby daddy is seeing someone, and I was low-key triggered because I was like, he's like, oh, we might go to Candy Cane Lane. And I was like, oh, do you guys want me?
Bitch.
Do you want me to go? He was like, I don't know. Nicole might go. I was like, oh, wait, can we bleep that out? Jesus Christ. I'm high. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, just kidding. I don't think he was kidding, though.
Why? Why would you invite yourself? Why?
I don't know.
You're absolutely nuts. Let the record state right here, Jamila's fucking crazy, okay?
And then it's like, oh, okay. Wow, okay, anyway.
You were going to go? You would go? You would go with her and him?
We're just going to drive through the neighborhood.
Why?
And drink hot chocolate. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, because I don't know.
Go take her on your own. It's free. You can drive through the neighborhood for free, bitch. It's not a group. You're not going to Disneyland. It's not like you're getting the group rate. Just go alone.
It just seemed like a fucking jolly time of year to have a holly jolly Christmas. Okay. Anyway, speaking of this one, so after Zosha, we went to Costa Rica in June to write the book. And we met up with our girl, Monique, in the jungles on the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. And that's, where we manifested her coming on this retreat, and where we manifested this retreat and realized, like, this was the next thing we needed to do. And, at that time, Mo was pregnant.
Yes. She was like she was beautiful, 7 months pregnant.
In the jungle. And we struggled to like record in the jungle, but Erica and I must record wherever we go, even if it's difficult as fuck. And, first of all, it's beautiful. You should watch that on YouTube too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But she basically was sharing her story in pregnancy and how she kind of just left everything here in the U.S. She was a nurse here, left everything in the U.S. and just moved to Costa Rica and fell in love, got pregnant, had a baby, didn't work out.
Fell out of love, decided to keep the
baby and, raise her child in Costa Rica because being a black boy in America is honestly terrifying. And the quality of life there is it's pretty beautiful and incredible. I mean, it's pretty simple, but yeah, so she was really inspiring and really inspired a lot of us and the listeners to like consider like, why is it that we are so attached to America? Like, why do we feel like this is like the land of dreams and shit?
And not just America, like attached to the idea of family structure, attached to the idea of what it's supposed to look like, how it's
what
supposed to be.
What stability looks like and
what happiness looks like, and especially as women. And she spit some gems about if a father is draining you or a mother is draining you, then it's probably not for you.
So all the women out there, I just want to let you know you don't have to settle. I think the hardest thing for me was like, oh my God, like I want my child's father in their life. But if the child's father is fucking draining you and not making you feel like your highest vibratory self, it might be time for a cord cut in that situation. And that's what was there for me. And I think it's really important that we let go of that fairy tale and that narrative, because the situation that I was in with my child's father was very beautiful, very powerful, but very temporary. We got together so that he could bring me to this place to raise my child and feel comfortable and free. So, I could hold on to the idea of what we're supposed to be and become the baby mama that's like, I want this. Or I can utilize this beautiful land and this beautiful baby that I get to raise and do how I want.
I think that that is obviously like I think a lot of women can resonate with that. I think that a lot of people stick around because they feel like they have to, but you don't have to do anything.
True.
Essentially what that clip was about.
And then after we left Costa Rica, we made our way to New York, where we had a number of interviews and pretty fun experiences. We were like on an adventure this year. Mm-hmm. And we hung out with a bunch of cool people in New York, including Black Girls Texting, Horrible Decisions. But we caught up with Jade and Fran.
Mm-hmm. So Fran is from the Read podcast. Jade.
Fran is from the Friend Zone.
Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck. Fran is from the Friend Zone, and Jade is, from Getting Grown, which we already talked about, and they're
Jade
best
and
friends.
Nexty, yeah.
They're best friends, and so we had a besties episode.
We did, and we got kind of deep, and we talked about.
We cried.
We did.
Yeah.
I'm always crying. Jesus Christ. And
you know what I think though? We cried, and I think in that time too, like our friendship, had been together for like for months and months and days on end, and like we were like kind of in a tense place.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
just intense in general.
Yeah.
The kids had just come. We hadn't been with the kids in like 2 weeks, and then we had been together for 2 weeks, and then the kids came. Then we're in New York. We were in a tiny hotel room.
Yeah, we were like
with 2 children.
But this was a really great episode where like I think we were kind of like confronted to like having to like I think we asked each one of us to go through and say like what we love about each other.
Oh yeah,
you know, like, and that was, I think we got emotional. But this clip is about the relationship that Fran realized that she had to nurture in herself before she could date anymore. Like she went abstinent and just completely stopped dating, period, to really go within and get to know who she was.
I've never heard anyone say, I was celibate because I needed to get clear all of that energy out of me.
Oh my God, all those men's thoughts of me.
Yeah.
I was like, who am I outside of relationships? And then it was also that feeling of like, how can I tell a man what I need if I haven't even cultivated what I need with myself? Like I didn't know what felt good to me. And so it's like I can't have that conversation with someone else before solidifying what that feels like and sounds like and looks like.
And then shortly after this episode, we went straight and interviewed a dominatrix. We went from friendships to dominatrixes within minutes.
We changed our clothes into our spicy nighttime dominatrix clothes, and a dominatrix came. Our favorite dominatrix, Mistress Marley, came in with a man on a leash.
It was that, you know what? I always have moments like this, but that day I was like, fuck, I love my job.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I get to have like these deep ass conversations with women and then also like have some weird, wild, fun shit? Like,
it's the perfect balance. For most people, their dream is not to put a nigga on a leash and make him call you daddy.
No,
Mila.
my dream is not to do that. For me, it's not. That's not my
but
dream. I want to interview him.
To do it one time is fun.
I want to talk. I want to do it. I want to test it out. So in this clip, Mistress Marley allows Mila and I to dominate her sub. And who do you think is the better dom?
So you can call me Daddy Mila. Do it again. Do you like it? Say it louder.
More enthusiasm.
Okay, now you want to switch? Sure. Okay. Beta, go to Erica.
Head down.
There you go.
Okay, I'm Mistress E.
Super original. Super original.
Mistress E, love.
Okay, Beta, get ready.
Do you like that? Where else do you want to be spanked? Say it louder.
Can she pull your hair a little bit? Pull that ponytail. Tell me you like the spank. What's my name? Good job.
Not tell me you like the spank.
You're the better dom. You're really tapped into your dom space. I need to work on it. I think just because I'm a sub, I'm not comfortable doming. But that was really fun.
That was really fun. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. I might have to tap more into my dominatrix. Sex kittenness. We also went to a sex party in New York. A really cool sex party, and had some we had some pretty epic times.
We did go to
I just had a
sex party.
flashback of the whole trip.
We did an exclusive episode for Patreon on the sex party. So if you're interested in learning about our experience at this amazing, pretty much all black and brown sex party in Brooklyn, we participated. So you're definitely going to want to hear about that.
It was, we did, and it was fun.
Yeah, so you can click the link to go to our Patreon and search for that video.
Our job is so funny.
I know.
Also, if you want to hear about when we went to the sex party on the same field research trip.
So after Mistress Marley, then we met our new bestie.
We did. We made
our
new
bae
bestie,
friend.
Our new bae friend, Trap Yoga Bae, came on the show, and we immediately became besties. We actually formed the Ethical Hoe Council shortly after that episode.
We did, yeah.
We even named the group chat that. And she really, really is such a light, and really came and dropped a lot of gems on us.
So many gems.
So many gems. She's so incredibly smart, and she's helped us in our business.
Oh my god.
She offers coaching.
Her
She's the shit.
I need to do her coaching in 2022.
Right.
I do. She actually just launched a new coaching program. You guys check it out. I'm telling you, like, she will get you
your shit together.
together.
And one of those reasons she gets your shit together is because she teaches you how to make it hard for people to take advantage of you. And this is a clip of her telling us the gems.
You guys ever heard of the yes and?
Yes, and I will do this for you. Or no.
Right, like, can I borrow your car? Yes, and you will need to pay my car note for 6 months. And people be like, I only need to borrow your car for 20 minutes. Okay, well.
Guess you don't need it.
I guess you don't need it. Like, it's low-key a game of, like, how bad do you want it? But it's boundary setting for beginners. It's saying, like, at what level I will be comfortable with you using me in the way that you want to use me. And most of the time, you realize that people make you feel like you were their last resort, and here comes another ratchet affirmation. You are not that sucker's last resort. You are only the most convenient one.
Yeah.
Make it not so convenient to use the fuck out of you.
Amen.
The gems on gems on gems.
And then after Trap Yoga Bae, this month was really dope. We had some really strong, like super just empowering, and like these women know, like, I now understand the power of being a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
And being a coach, because this is they were doing some real coaching.
Like, just being smart is not enough. You have to be able to really connect with your audience, and the way that these women were able to just like come right in here and knock that shit out of the ballpark. Yeah.
Well, and just like, yeah, I mean,
connect to me, to you. Like, I was just like, oh my God, you just touch my soul, bitch.
So our next guest was Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins is one of the highest paid female motivational speaker in the world. She's like an Audible legend. Like, all of her books sell millions and millions of copies. She's a mom. She's been like so many things. She's like a TEDx speaker. She was on CNN as a correspondent. Like, she's a badass.
Yes.
Like,
and she's real, and she's raw, and she lets you know like it is.
Mm-hmm. So Mel, to set up this clip, it's called, first of all, the episode is called Stop Apologizing. And in this clip, she's explaining why we need to stop apologizing. And the reason why we started talking about this was because actually we were supposed to meet with Mel and interview her, and like our calendars got fucked up, and we ended up not being at the studio while she was there at the front door knocking, waiting to get in. Us dumbasses, we were somewhere else, and Jamila called her because I was too pussy to call. I was like, please just call her and figure it out. She was like, I'm so sorry. And Jamila came back in after talking to her and was like, bitch, she just got me the fuck together, okay? She was like, stop apologizing. Your business is growing. Don't disrespect your business. Just get it together. I'll see you next week.
Basically.
I was like, what?
I don't like, and then I was like, who is this woman? Yeah, but this is her telling us how to stop apologizing.
Casual. That you are literally apologizing for ordering gluten-free bread, right? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that I'm a pain in the ass when I order. I'm sorry, but could I please have gluten-free with that? You are taking away your right to take up space. You are invalidating what you need. Because in that moment, you're like, I'm sorry. The focus goes on you making the mistake, so you feel terrible. It also makes the person on the receiving end of the I'm sorry feel like I need to reassure you.
You think that you're doing them a service almost by saying I'm sorry, when really it's not.
It doesn't change whatever has been done.
Well, it makes them have to, like she said, reassure you. Amen.
Wow.
I also just realized after that episode how much I apologize. It's crazy.
I know.
For the dumbest shit. Like,
I know.
That I'm not sorry for.
Right. And
okay.
I also was crying on that that episode. Like, wow,
I know she's a motivational speaker. And she was coaching you through it.
She really was. I know.
Yeah, like live on the show. It was crazy.
And then the following month,
in October,
we got a narcissist expert.
Megan Doherty was on the show, and she kind of walked us through just all the signs of a narcissist, and basically how to get the fuck away.
And how the like trauma bonding begins with the narcissist, and how you have to be careful of it.
Good right now, so let me just wait until it blows up into a fire of smoke, and then I'll have a reason to leave.
I need a real reason to leave. Like if I try to leave right here, he's going to fight me and to confuse me to stay. It doesn't feel like this is a big enough deal. Shoot me, nigga. Oh my God. Shoot me and then I'll leave. In the head.
Oh my
Not my foot or something. That's good. I could probably like make the sign.
I'll hide it. Don't worry, baby. I'll put that Jordan on. No one will know.
An important thing though, like when it comes to this trauma bonding, you're physically addicted to that person. Your body is biochemically addicted to it. It's like stress hormones mixed with oxytocin. When you leave, sometimes it feels like you're like detoxing from a drug.
It actually
I think everyone is a narcissist in their life. So if you know what that is, you know the trauma bonding, you know what, if you don't know what love bombing is, definitely check out that episode, because that's kind of like step one, or it's at least always included in one of the steps usually of how a narcissist keeps you. Yeah, that was a really good one.
That was a really good one. I learned a lot. Identifying is a big thing. And then we had an episode where Erica and I played a little game called We're Not Really Strangers, and we revealed some very top secret information.
This is very top secret information. I'd never told anyone except the people who listened to this episode.
And it was very,
very deep secret.
Well, here we go.
Hard. Write down something others would never guess about you just by looking at you. Wow. You ready for this?
Yeah. I've had at least 6 wet dreams about Eminem. Like you came?
Yeah.
I'm grossed out. I don't even know if we're actually friends. I'm shocked. It's better than fucking Howard Stern. Have you ever told someone I love you but didn't mean it? If so, why?
I'm ashamed, okay? But also, I loved Eminem when I was like 10. Like, I really fucking loved him. He was like, he was just, I went to school with a bunch of white people. I was like, oh my God, like, he's kind of hood though. Like, I get like my hood dreams, but I'll like assimilate to my white counterparts.
I can't. I mean, I too loved Eminem. He was an edgy white.
He was kind of cute. His little short cut, his little blonde bleached, big white tee, baggy pants.
He was a vibe in the early 2000s.
Maybe write me some poetry, but also like fuck the shit out of me.
And maybe kill you.
Yeah.
Maybe murder you. Yeah. Like Kim. Yeah, that was quite the shocker for me, your bestie, because I would have never guessed it. It's so disappointing. Speaking of rappers, ex-rappers, we also had a rather influential ex-rapper podcaster on the show this year, Joe Budden, which we got a lot of mixed feedback about because, well, people have shit to say about everybody. But he said some very triggering things.
He did. He's a polarizing guy, that one. But
very charming, very sweet, but then also very, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so we were talking about co-parenting. We talked about a few different things. We talked about cheating. We talked about co-parenting. We talked about, the role of a father and a mother, and who takes on most of the, who should take on most of the responsibility. All the things were very upsetting, I'd have to say. They were all pretty upsetting. But let's go with this first clip, because this first clip was really the one that I think the internet was like, what the fuck? And it was Joe talking about this idea of a primary parent.
Hearing me just that fast. Listen to that. Dads aren't primary parents. Dads, to get half the rights that y'all have to sign a paper when our child is born, and y'all have to agree to it. So yes, your responsibility in motherhood as the primary parent is greater than the dads. Let me finish.
I triggered. We didn't sign up to be the primary parent. We signed up to both of us being primary.
Shouldn't have left.
Fuck you, Joe.
What's happening in the world? She's triggering me.
You know what? Still fuck you, Joe, because I don't agree. I still do not agree. And it's interesting because there were even some women that agreed with him.
Yeah, I got what he was trying to say. I don't like how he said it.
I don't think that he was trying to say what you think he's trying to say. I think he said exactly what he meant.
Okay. Well,
I don't think
like
that
that
there was anything that he was trying to say. I think he tried to say that because men don't sign the birth certificate unless that has nothing to do with actually what we were actually trying to get across, which was the fact that both parents should take on equal responsibility. There's not, and he was suggesting that women just automatically, that's just how it is, and that if you leave your partner, then you basically forfeit the right to
have equal responsibility,
forfeit equality, which is nuts.
Yeah, fuck if you're not happy.
Nuts. Okay, but yeah, definitely check out that episode with Joe Budden. That was a good one. You should watch that one on YouTube.
And then what else did we do this year? I think this was some reason this was out of order.
Well, we talked about, okay, so then the next moment that kind of went viral on the internet was just us talking about, I think this episode was 5 ways to please your partner, and it was us talking about, the role that women play in sex, that it's very it's hard for us to just show up and just get a nut. We have to put on this whole show. Or at least we think we do.
And this is what we went viral for. Taught just show up and nut and you're doing a good job. Women are like, you gotta keep your man, you gotta do those tricks, bitch, or someone's gonna take your man. And you're like, okay. Do the tricks. Okay, swallow the cum. Jacket, suck it, shoot the hair, look sexy.
Look over your writing, look beautiful.
Arch the back, arch the back. We can't even enjoy sex. We're too busy looking sexy. The fuck? Spank yourself. Don't spank him. Spank him. Don't touch his asshole.
Touch his asshole.
Men are almost taught just show up and nut.
It's true. You just so many rules on the male body too. It's just men have so many fucking rules.
So annoying.
It's okay, I can't touch your butthole. Oh, okay.
I can touch yours. Only right there, 3 inches.
I can only suck your balls. Can't suck your dick.
Don't go too high on those balls. Okay.
Oh, yes, but I said what we said on that episode, and I still think it's true.
I do. I 100% agree with what I said. I stand by what I said.
And then we had such amazing guests on. We had Sir Marvelous, who did Fire Play on us, which I thought was really fun and cool, and you guys loved that clip too. And that's another one that you should watch. I mean, he is a fire dominatrix. What's the male version of dominatrix? Dominator?
I think it's still dominate.
A dom.
And
he uses fire and sensory play on his clients, and definitely tested that out. And now in December, we're in deeper December. We're just talking about, getting deep, letting the things that you've been avoiding kind of come to the surface and facing them,
healing them.
We had, Devi on, who is a tantra expert, and her perspective on just bliss and pleasure, and how it's our birthright, that good orgasms are our birthright, and that there's so much shame associated with kind of acknowledging that. It's been a good year, girl.
It has. I'm so happy for you and for us, and the growth, and for us as a community. We made it, and this next year is going to be even greater and even better, and I's ready.
I was ready to. And you know what? I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us. If you just joined us, welcome to the tribe. Enjoy the journey. If you've been with us from the beginning, then you know the evolution. And I just love what we do. I love that we get to connect with you guys every day, literally, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube.
If you haven't connected with us on Patreon, it's worth it. We're blogging. We're doing a lot of other extra shit over there. And
yeah, we're really reorganizing our Patreon for 2022.
Yeah, we're really focusing on the content over there, so it's a good time to join us. You get to join our close friends, join the Slack community where you can connect with other women in your city. If you need some mom friends, you need your Erica to your Milah, so make sure you do that in 2022.
Yes.
And please rate and review us. We appreciate it, and we need the rates and the reviews. Thank you. It's free.
Well, Happy New Year, you guys. I hope you guys have a really safe and fun New Year's.
And I hope to see you in Costa Rica.
We'll see you in the jungle, baby.
Bye.
Bye.